welcome to the season preview edition of Tornado Watch. I'm King Sports Information Director Travis Chell here with Simon Duffy, head women's soccer coach. How you doing today?
Doing well, doing well.
I'm sure you're ready to kick off the new season here shortly. You've already started practice, and the first actual game is here right around the corner in about a week or so. Last year, we'll talk about last year first a little bit. Ended the season in the conference tournament semifinals. First ever Conference Carolinas tournament win when you defeated Leeds McRae, the conference champion and #1 overall seed, on the road, 1-0. Does a win like that kind of build momentum and excitement coming into this new year?
And we'll definitely remember that. It was our best conference finish. Obviously, we'd like to be higher than 8th at the end of the season because you look at that and you think the #1 seed's not going to lose. So, I mean, it just shows every day you have to show up and play no matter how good a team is on paper, and that's what we kind of got over to the girls. So I definitely say we're going to bring that mentality that we had from that game and bring that on to this fall season. You know, it was a bit, we've a bit more from this year because we had our international trip as well, which was great. And it just brought our players closer together and kept us playing a bit longer as well into the summer. And yeah, I think looking at that last year, we definitely, we want to build on that. That's kind of, we've set the bar now. I mean, we can't finish lower than that, and we can't finish behind the semi-final,
Yeah, looking at this year now, you've had practice for about a week here, one scrimmage against Emory and Henry from right down the road. What did you learn from that, and what are you trying to improve after playing them just 3 or 4 days into fall?
It's a pre-season game. It was the first game. We've a lot of work to do, but it showed me that we have a lot of depth in every position that we have not had since I've been here, and it's a good feeling to have. And we're still chopping and changing, looking at players in different positions. Players come in playing at a certain position, but I might see them for us playing at a different position. So we're just chopping and changing things a bit. We've got a game coming up tomorrow, so we'll continue to change things and progress and just see where we are as a team and see how they fit into the formation. So we're using tomorrow's game and Saturday's game just to kind of finalise a few things and tweak a few things, but still have a lot of work to do. With the season being just over a week away, I think we're right on track to where we need to be.
And going on the roster a little bit here, you added a lot of newcomers this year, a handful of freshmen and some newcomers. How are they looking in practice? How are they meshing with the team, and how's that going this fall?
It's going really, really well. We have 6 freshmen from the US. We have a couple of girls, international girls, and then a couple of the Division 1 transfers. So I think it's a very, very good mix. And like I said, very fortunate to get them all in. And when you look at the depth in each position in our squad, that really just added to it. So yeah, really happy how they're coming on. They're learning and they're meshing well as a team every day. So every day in training we see something different and better from people. So that's what we're looking for. So.
Yeah, and going position by position here, you mentioned the depth that you have from last year. Rachel Thorpe was first team all conference, leading the forwards.
Yeah.
She's excited for her junior season. How's that looking? How the forwards looking?
Yeah, I mean, our 2 leading scorers are returning, Rachel and Raina. So they're both returning for their junior year. So I'm hoping, obviously, they understand the importance of it now. We were a bit unlucky right before pre-season last year to lose our 2 strikers. So we've got them back in the fold, and we're really looking forward to those players returning. But also that some of our new players are coming in. So yeah, we are excited about the front line. We have experience, even though a couple of players missed last year. They were training with the team and were around the team. So even though they're not 2 new signings, Kendall and Catherine, it's like having 2 more signings as well up there,
Yeah, and then going to the midfield group, Paula Doran and then Shalisa Barnett, who were freshmen last year, are looking to improve off of. Paula was one that scored the goal in the Leeds McRae game, and that midfield group looks pretty solid as well.
It does. We've added a bit of depth in there, obviously with Casey Shanklin as well, going into her senior year, and she just brings so much experience in there, and a lot of bite and a lot of hard work in the midfield. But yeah, Shally, Paula, we've added a couple more players that are going to come into the mix, into the midfield, and really kind of shake things up. And it's going to be difficult to pick a starting 11, not mind a midfield to start a game. But I guess it's a good headache to have. We've a few more bodies on the field, and it just adds to what we're able to do in training every day. Is more, it's more indicative of a game type situation rather than trying to manipulate things so they can see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think going in the back row. Defensively, there's been one name back there for the last few years, and that's Katie Keys, who was all-tournament team and just kind of a stopper back there. How's she leading the defense, and how's the defensive back line looking?
It's looking good. Katie, again, going into her senior year, she's a fifth-year senior, so just a wealth of experience and knowledge, and just so calm back there. I mean, she leads by example. I mean, everyone around her, I think, has a sense of calm when she's playing, And I'm just really excited for her, and the rest of the seniors, just to hopefully go out in a bang and have a good senior year. But no, it's been a tough road for Katie, and we're just happy she's here for another year with us. But yeah, there's Katie and a lot more girls that we have now in the back. Tara Dacre's returning. We have a new one of our transfers that's coming in, and then a lot of freshmen in the back. But then you've got Keely, who did a lot of really good stuff for us last year, Grayson Collins, so we have a lot of depth there again, so it's fun, looking at the different things that we can do in the back to move things around,
Yeah, we've talked about depth and experience so far throughout the roster. One place where that would not be as evident would be at keeper.
Yeah.
A sophomore, Nicole Dagger, returns, and then you add a freshman into that mix. How's that competition going this fall?
It's going real well. I mean, Olivia coming in from an ECNL club, so that's like the top league club-wise in the US, and Nicole Dagger returning. I mean, both of them are just outstanding keepers. And talking to Ashley, the goalkeeper coach, she's been very happy with their work over the pre-season, over the last 10 or 12 days or whatever it's been. They both bring their own characteristics and their own positive things to the game, and there's a few things each of them have to change and tweak and work harder at, but overall just really excited with the two keepers that we have. They're just solid keepers,
Yeah, I mentioned the season gets going here a week and a half away. What are the expectations? You open up against Brevard, 3 home games in a row, Brevard, Marseille, and then Milligan. What are the expectations here? It's got a nice good start at home. Expectations for the season, and then expectations, what are you looking to gain out of that first weekend playing Brevard and Marseille?
Well, I'm not going to give too much away. We met yesterday, just kind of going over our goals and objectives, and we meet as a team and we discuss it as a team, and it's a realistic look, and it's not just throwing out numbers, well, let's do this, let's do that. And that kind of has happened in the past. I wanted them to take a really good, firm look at it. We looked at our stats from last year. We won more away games than home games last year. That's something we need to fix. And as far as shots go, we gave up a lot of shots, and a lot more than we had. Now, having more shots is not going to necessarily make more goals, but it's going to help, because there's a few games last year, the year before, where we grossly outshot a team and lost. So things that we need to work on are a goal differential. Again, score more goals than we concede, and I know that's simple things, but a lot of little things like that hopefully would be the right thing. But we have aspirations, we have goals, and it's more of an internal thing for us, where every player is going to be accountable now. It's going to be very clear in our locker room about how we're doing. The league table will be up there for our conference games, so the new players essentially as well, understand the importance of conference games, and I'm not saying that out-of-conference games aren't important, but they understand the difference between the two. So I think 10 home games this year, 6 of them are conference, 5 away games are conference. So we've set some goals for ourselves as far as a realistic overall record, how many home games we should be winning, and definitely switch what we did as far as not winning as many home games last year. That's just not acceptable, so it's something we need to change.
All right, thanks for joining us today, Coach. Come out to King at Parks Field, and they open the season on September 4th against Brevard, and then Marseille again on the 6th. Thanks again, and good luck this season.